The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Hey, it's a great tool if you want to know what's available for sale and you are not a real estate agent. I have a real estate license. I don't use it. I'm not qualified. I've done all the training and education. That doesn't make you qualified, right? But I can go on there and still shop for properties or see what's on the market. 97% of the country is listed on rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Key factors affecting home affordability today. Every time there's a new segment about the housing market, we hear about affordability challenges buyers are facing today. Those headlines are focused on how much mortgage rates have climbed this year. And while it's true, rates have risen dramatically, it's important to remember they aren't the only factor in the affordability equation. Here are three measures used to establish home affordability: home prices, mortgage rates, and wages. Let's look closely at each one. Mortgage rates, number one. This is the factor most people are focused on when they talk about home buying conditions today. So far, current rates are almost 4 full percentage points higher than they were at the beginning of the year. As Len Kiefer, Deputy Chief Economist at Freddie Mac, says, quote, U.S. 30-year fixed mortgages rates have increased 3.83 percentage points since the end of last year. That's the biggest year-to-date increase in rates in over 50 years, unquote. That increase in mortgage rates is impacting how much it costs to finance a home purchase, creating a challenge for many buyers that's pricing some out of the market. While the current global uncertainty makes it difficult to project where mortgage rates will go in the future, experts do say that rates will likely remain high as long as inflation does. Number two, home prices. The second factor at play is home prices. Home prices have made headlines over the past few years because they skyrocketed during the pandemic. Now, the most recent home price index from S&P Case-Shiller shows home values continue to decelerate for a fifth consecutive month. And you can see that on the chart right now there if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed. This deceleration is happening because higher mortgage rates are moderating demand, and as a result, easing the buyer competition and bidding wars that previously drove prices up. What's worth noting, though, is how much higher prices still are than they were before the pandemic. You can see that on the blue lines on the graph if you were checking that out. Even now, we have a long way to go to get to more normal levels of home price appreciation, which is historically closer to 4%. When both mortgage rates and home prices are high, affordability and your purchasing power become a greater challenge. But while prices are still elevated in many markets, some areas are seeing slight declines. It all depends on your local market. For insight into what's happening in your local area, the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio can help with that. Number three is wages. The one big positive component in the affordability equation is the increase in American wages. The graph that we're going to show now uses data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics to show how wages have grown over time. This year is no exception. As the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports, quote, median weekly earnings of the nation's 120.2 million full-time wage and salary workers were $1,070 in the third quarter of 2022, not seasonally adjusted. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported this was 6.9% higher than a year earlier, unquote. So when you think about affordability, remember the full picture includes more than just mortgage rates. Home prices and wages need to be factored in as well because wages have been rising. They're a big reason why serious buyers are still purchasing homes this year. Have any questions? Want to learn more about? Give us a call, 800-306-1990. As Leslie Ruda Smith, president of National Association of Realtors, says, quote, buying or selling a home involves a series of requirements and variables. It's important to have someone in your corner from start to finish to make the process as smooth as possible and objectivity to deliver trusted expertise to consumers in every U.S. zip code, unquote. Again, as I ask all the time, if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or borrow on real estate, give them our number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Be happy to put them in touch with one of the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Again, visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com.